So it's Monday after Super Bowl, and whether you're a Tampa Bay or Kansas City fan, not sure, but I ended up losing money on the Chiefs, so I was bummed. But anyway, I'm trying my local beach, which I hardly have fished at. It's called Lincoln Beach. I've been getting skunked at Wade so much that it's like, well, you know, why drive 15 minutes when I can drive less than 5? So it's just a little bit past high tide. I was looking out at my window all morning because it was raining, so it finally stopped raining, so that's the reason I came out. So I'm just going to try a few casts here. I got gulp on top and bottom and knock off in the middle. Redid some Sputniks today because I was getting a lot of drift, but wave action here actually looks pretty awesome, so I'm very optimistic. The beach is kind of steep. I'd say it's a little bit between Lost Creek, where I was yesterday, and Moolac. But yeah, let's try this. I'm already optimistic. Oh, it's about a 500 energy day, I believe, or 700, I can't remember. But anyway, it's low energy day, so that's the reason why I'm coming out. As well as this coming weekend, it's going to get really cold on the coast, so I'm trying to get my fishing in early. So I'm so lucky to be living on the coast, because like I said, I can just look out the window and decide spur of the moment of when to go. So right now there's a pretty strong drift from right to left. My first castle's out there, and it's already to my left quite a ways. So I'm glad I got my Sputnik back together, but I think I need to rebend the legs. So not knowing the beach very well, I'm going to play it safe and stand up the beach a little ways until I get used to it. But I already got hit once, and the energy is looking really good today. So what I noticed walking on the beach is that the sand is much softer, so when I step in it, I sink in a lot. And what's happening is I can't get my DIY to stop drifting. So even though it's drifting slower, because the bottom is so soft, it can't take anchor, so it's drifting quite a bit. But so far, the 4 places I've been, there's been a very strong drift from right to left. Maybe 50 yards north, and now I'm finding a spot where my weight's staying pretty much straight out. This looks to be like the steepest part of the beach, so I'm not sure that's the reason why, but it's definitely not drifting near as much as it was. It's so awesome. I can't believe I'm not getting a bite. I'm on my 7th cast, but I look out there and just got, oh my god, there's got to be fish. All right, gonna keep trying. So I forgot my finger cut today, so I can't cast as hard as I would like to because I don't want to cut my finger. So again, anytime I go to a beach, I'm always looking to try and learn. So this is the area I was just pointing to that kind of drained differently than the rest of the beach. And so you can see there's this big trough of water, and then there's dry over there. But you can see it sweeping from right to left. So I'm going to go a little bit past that to see if that makes any difference, but I'm going to try here too, because maybe this is where the food drains into. I just don't want to get swept up in this stuff. Into it, I can tell you that whatever's causing that fast current going from right to left, it's very quick, so I'm definitely not going to go down there now. But again, this is why it's just interesting when you come to, so again, here it is, you can see this rip or whatever it is. So I'm just going to cast from here, but that's why you gotta just kind of watch the beach and just see what's going on. There's a shot of it draining, but look how fast it's going now. Normal, and it looks pretty calm. And watch what happens as the water starts going down. All of a sudden, it starts going from right to left pretty quickly. So again, that's the reason why you got to be careful when you come to a strange beach. Is if you don't know it, that's the kind of stuff you can walk into. And now look how fast it's going. So again, that's why I'm playing it safe today, because I don't know this beach. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk around this rip and then try and get to the sand over there where I can get a little bit closer to the waves. But I definitely want to stay out of this thing. And again, look how it starts way up there. Oh, I can see it starts way up there. And you know, channels, look how long the channel is though. But it looks like this is actually a drainage spot too. for fresh water. So that's probably why the flow is that this channel has developed, and now all of a sudden there's a strong current drifting that way. Yeah, I can see it goes all the way up there, and there is a drainage spot into it. So I don't even know if I can get around this thing now. I gotta take a look. I can see now is that if I can get over this channel, it's very steep over there, and man, there's a huge drop off, so it's going to be very deep. Why that big current is there is because it looks like there's a couple of drainage spots, as well as when the waves crash over the sandbar, you can see how much water it brings up into this thing, and then it all just gets swept downstream, you know, where I just was, where I almost got pulled in. Not almost pulled in, but it was really hairy how fast it was. So I'm just going to cross right here. It looks like it's a little bit shallower and not nearly as fast, but I'm going to take it slow. Yeah, this looks very safe. All right. Wow, the sand is really mushy. I sink about an inch or a half inch into it. The other thing, it's very grainy. It's not like the fine sand you would find on a beach like Moolac. And man, look how steep this place is. Here, let's take a go look. I'm kind of nervous to get to the edge. I feel like I'm going to the edge of the cliff, but wow, look how steep this is. This is holy moly. I don't know if you can, yeah, so I don't know if you can see that, but this is by far the steepest beach I've ever been at. I'm actually casting down into the ocean, I think for the very first time. So yeah, I'm going to try here. This looks really promising. I've never been here. Irving though, to be next to, I'm guessing though, like 10-foot breakers and 12-foot breakers this close. I mean, they're just pounding right here, but you can see that the water barely comes up, but it's just kind of unnerving. I've never been this close to such huge waves before. Yeah, because the waves came all the way up, and I was like, oh my God, I'm scared, and I could hardly feel it. But like I say, it's just kind of unnerving to be this close. I just have never experienced before. I just can't get over it. So I'm watching this wave action. I actually think it's too steep of a beach to fish for redtail, so I'm gonna go look for a little flatter spot, I think. But my weight's getting the heck pounded out of it by these waves. I'm getting used to watching the waves right in front of me pound. It really is starting to amaze me. Just start realizing just how powerful the ocean is. And man, that is a ton of water. But man, what a beautiful sight. So lucky to be living on the coast. So I gave up on that spot and crossing the drainage ditch. I'm gonna head back south and just take a couple casts and just call it quits. Still more opportunities this week, but I might come out this afternoon. You never know. I'm lucky because again, I get to go spur of the moment. And man, I'm sure glad I waited, because it's much more pleasant now than it would have been in the rain this morning at about 8:30 when I was planning on going. Here's the drainage point where it starts, and you can see that, you know, the flow is then starting to pick up. And again, as the ocean water breaks over the sandbar and it floods this area, then you can see the speed pick up even more. And then down there, that's where I was when I was like, whoa, this thing is really fast. This is where the beach transitions from very steep to shallow over there. And kind of what separates the two beaches is this, it's not really a drainage ditch, I don't know what you would call it, but this drainage canal, I don't know. Oh, how about let's call it drainage outflow. So anyway, as you see this drainage outflow start picking up, I can see that it gets deeper and deeper right here. You know, it actually looks crossable, but I wouldn't chance it. I don't really know. Okay, so I think you've been here about 45 minutes, got in about maybe 10 to 12 casts, got in like 3 or 4 casts in this really deep kind of water. And I don't have much faith in it, because when I look how violent the water is and deep it is, it's like, yeah, I don't think I'd hang out here if I was a perch. But it was just interesting to come down here and see this whole beach structure and I had no idea this beach was this steep down this far north. So I think I'm going to try sticking a little bit more to the south. And I don't know if you went way north on this beach whether you could find more shallow spots, but it all looks pretty steep right around here. Anyway, but it's always fun to come to a new beach and discover new things. And plus, I was getting skunked at Wade Creek anyway.